understand it's essentially the same unappreciative crowd full of scumbags from last night.
Hey wrestling fans, welcome to another edition of the Scumbags Wrestling Podcast. I'm Sean, your host, coming to you from London, Ontario, Canada. Be sure to subscribe to us on any of the 15 outlets that were available for podcast listening. We're available on Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Podcoin, just to name a few. Plus, join us every day on our Facebook page, Scumbags Wrestling, where we celebrate birthdays and everything wrestling. You can always contact me at scumbagswrestling@gmail.com, and also every Friday you can tune in to our new show, The Production Line, where I stop by the Tyson Dukes Wrestle Factory and present 2 matches from the students, as the future of tomorrow is happening today at the Wrestle Factory. On this week's episode, we're going to look at all the things coming up during Smash's invasion of Toronto with OWE, WXW, Shimmer, Femme Fatales, Rise, Progress, and everybody else that's going to be involved that week, plus leading up to SummerSlam weekend in Toronto. Going to look at news in AEW. I'll look back at WWE TV this week with the Raw reunion, and look forward to the events of SummerSlam weekend. I'll be right back after this short message. Breaking news from Dog River. Tara Spencer Nairn, best known as the lovable Constable Karen Pelly from the hit TV comedy Corner Gas, will be at London Comic Con, October 5th and 6th, London Convention Centre, presented by Start.ca. Are you looking to get into the wrestling business? Well, look no further than the Tyson Dukes Wrestle Factory, located right here in London, Ontario. Tyson has over 20 years of experience in the wrestling world, and he's even been brought down to the WWE Performance Center to be a guest trainer. We've already seen the likes of Jordan James, Kyle Boone, Violet Lee, Jim Strider, Pharaoh Bowman, Chris Mitchells, and many more. Plus, the new generation that are coming from the second group, such as Josh Pine, Shiloh, Nova, Frankie Ward, and many more. You don't want to miss your opportunity to learn from one of the best in Ontario, if not all of Canada, or the world, in Tyson Dukes. So that's the Tyson Dukes Wrestle Factory. It's open Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, and located at 309 Exeter Road here in London.
Yo, this is Tarek. Listen to Scumbags of Wrestling. Punch, kick, chop, done.
And welcome back to this week's episode. Let's get down to some news from Smash Wrestling. I was hoping to get some results from last week's New Kids on the Block edition from Kitchener at the Tannery on July 21st. Still working on getting those results, as nothing seemed to have been posted. However, today, in St. Thomas, Smash Wrestling makes their debut. I'm taking a carload of guys down to St. Thomas from London to see the show, and we're hopefully going to do a live Facebook podcast as we're on our way. Just the other day, it was released what the actual card is going to be, and we're going to see Ethan Dukes taking on the debuting Michael Grayson. He's one of Tyson Duke's Wrestle Factory students. Physical Attraction, Violet Lee, and Muscle are going to take on Sebastian Suave and Nova. Psycho Mike Rollins goes one-on-one with Corey Stone. Tarek takes on Roscoe. The Revolt go against Tyson Dukes and Jim Strider. And Brett Banks takes on Kevin Bennett. Tickets are only $20, and you can get yours at the door today at the Timken Arena. Correction, I'm used to calling it the Timken Center. It actually was renamed the Joe Thornton Community Center. It's at 75 Casco Crossing in St. Thomas. Doors open at 4 p.m. First bell at 5. You don't want to miss Smash Wrestling coming to St. Thomas in their debut. Smash gets a little bit of a break before it becomes Smash Week with 8 different events over 4 days leading into SummerSlam weekend in Toronto. The first event up is OWE Oriental Wrestling Entertainment in Toronto, Wednesday, August 7th, 4 p.m. at the Midtown Event Theatre in Toronto. Most of the card has been released, and we'll see rising Taiwanese youth Jia Hawks representing OWE taking on Sammy Guevara, one of the many OWE versus AWE matchups. Alexander James faces Rekka in a WXW versus OWE match. There's a 3-way dance that puts AWE against OWE against Ontario Indie Wrestling as Brandon Cutler, Sky, and Bolo Fung face off in a 3-way dance. And finally, the Living Legends, Sema and Christopher Daniels take on Private Party in what's sure to be a huge banger. If you still need tickets, you can save 30% on tickets when you use the promo code Flying Prince. Also on the card, you'll see the Dark Order take on Strong Hearts, plus Sonny Zia take on Buck Grenderson. Then, also on August 7th at the Midtown Event Theatre, it's going to be Smash Wrestling taking on Progress Wrestling. Doors open at 8 o'clock with first match at 9. You'll see a 8-man tag team match featuring Team Smash versus Team Progress. Team Smash will be represented by Idris Abraham, Joe Coleman of Halal Beefcake, along with Sebastian Suave and the returning Daniel Garcia, as they take on Team Progress, Chris Brooks, David Starr, Travis Banks, and Paul Robinson. Smash Wrestling's champion Kevin Bennett will take on Progress Wrestling champion Walter. The Pillars, Tyson Dukes and Brent Banks, will team together to go against Aussie Open. Casey Spinelli, just ahead of her women's title match, will go one-on-one with Jordan Grace. We'll also see Psycho Mike Rollins take on Trent Seven. Plus Paul Robinson and Travis Banks will also be in attendance. Jody Threat goes one-on-one with Tony Storm. And Tarek takes on Jordan Devlin. That's Smash vs. Progress, Wednesday, August 7th at 8 p.m. at the Midtown Event Theatre. The action continues on Thursday, August 8th, as WXW Ambition 11 happens at 4 p.m. at the Midtown Event Theatre. On August 8th, WXW is debuting their shoot-style pro wrestling brand Ambition in Canada. This event takes place right before the big Progress event at the Met in Toronto. WXW is happy to confirm the first round matchups. They include Yuki Ishiwara versus Tyson Dukes. Walter against Mike Bailey. Bobby Guns versus Daniel Maccabee. Alexander James versus Timothy Thatcher. And Daniel Garcia against Marius Al-Ani, with the semifinals and finals to happen in this same night. Then, as just mentioned, at 8 p.m. on August 8th, Progress Wrestling will have their own card. On the Progress card, you'll see Walter versus Paul Robinson. Jody Threat and David Starr team to go against Chris Brooks and Jordan Grace. The Dark Order, Aussie Open, and Butcher and the Blade will all be in action in a three-way tag team match. Tony Storm will take on Holly Dead. Jordan Devlin faces Travis Banks. Trent Seven takes on Eddie Kingston. Plus many more stars, including at the Midtown Event Theater, Thursday, August 8th at 8 p.m., Progress Wrestling. The action continues on Friday, August 9th at 4 p.m. at the Met as WXW Westside Extreme Wrestling presents their own card. There'll be a three-way dance with the women featuring WXW Women's Champion, NXT UK Women's Champion, and NWA Women's Champion, that being Amal, Tony Storm, and Allison Kay, going at it in a three-way dance. WUK Champion Walter will take on Dasaki Sakamoto. Yuki Ishikawa versus Timothy Thatcher. WXW Unified Champion Bobby Guns versus Speedball Mike Bailey. WXW Shotgun Champion Emil Sataki versus Avalanche. WXW World Tag Team Championship match featuring Aussie Open, Strong Hearts, and The Crown in a three-way match as well. Ticket holders of front to third row tickets will receive a free art print of the Amazing Datsuki versus Walter fan art. Tickets for all 4 days of Smash with Progress, OEW, and Shimmer, WXW, and many more are available at smash-wrestling.com/August 2019.
Smash Wrestling Super Showdown is fast approaching. A lot of people are asking me, "Hey, Lufisto, how is your match with Jordan Grace so special? How will it stand out from all the other great matches on the card that day?" Well, on one side, you have Jordan Grace. Talented, beautiful, powerful, and she did beat me the last time we faced at Smash at Canusa Classic. On the other side, there is me. 23-year experience, king and queen of the death matches, innovator of intergender wrestling, the one that took down the Ontario Athletic Commission. Right now, Jordan Grace is having the career of a lifetime. But as she's shooting for the stars, I got nothing to lose. I shoot to kill. So on August 9th, you can be sure Lufisto will be victorious.
As you just heard, Friday, August 9th at 8 p.m., Smash Wrestling presents Super Showdown 7. It's their WrestleMania of Smash Wrestling. You won't want to miss it as it occurs at the Midtown Event Theater. Not only are we going to see Lufisto against Jordan Grace in a rematch from the Canusa Classic, we'll also see Jody Threat versus Veda Scott. As a result of winning the Northern Tournament, Mike Bailey will challenge Kevin Bennett for his newly won Smash Wrestling Championship. We also know that Carter Mason will be in a three-way match along with Tyson Dukes and Jason Kincaid as another result from the Northern Tournament. With the intensity that these three have for each other, this will certainly be a match you will not want to miss at Super Showdown 7. If they don't destroy each other earlier in the day, Walter and Datsuki Sakamoto will team together to go against the Pillar members Brent Banks and Tarek in a dream match. There's a huge grudge match signed as The Blade returns to Super Showdown 7 to take on his former tag team partner, Psycho Mike Rollins. Anthony Kingdom James has demanded to see a more